below the ground at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 200 pounds, a veterinary technician, a king among men. Skanafta president and all-around handsome fella, hailing from Apple Valley, Minnesota, the man himself, Zachary Minnich.
She won't let me.
Hello, my name is Zach Minnich, and I am almost a veterinary technician. 2 years ago, I thought it would be a lifetime before I'd be able to define myself as such. It has been a long, rough road, filled with many nights of studying and mass quantities of homework. But I am here. We are here. And like the rest of you, I am excited. Excited because I know that this is just the beginning. A whole new world has opened itself up to all of us. I consider our graduation as one door closing and another opening. For I know that an abundance of opportunities, not necessarily achievable before this day, may be for us, right for the taking. Today is a beautiful day, a milestone in all of our careers, a day to celebrate with friends and family. You should be proud of yourselves. Proud of the hard work and effort you put in to get here today. It takes a lot of time to find the right career path to walk, and a lot of courage to begin walking down that path. It is easy to not do anything new. It is easy to sit on the sidelines and watch life pass you by. In the wise words of Kurt Vonnegut, we have to continually be jumping off of cliffs and developing our wings on the way down. If no one ever tried anything out of their comfort zone, where would we be today? Every new idea and every new innovation has been made possible by people like you and me. People who see how their lives can improve and devote those lives to changing for the best. Veterinary medicine is a very dirty career path to walk down. And I respect all of the members of the veterinary community for just that reason. Every veterinarian and every technician has to undergo a gauntlet of sorts. The stress of school, combined with all the nastiness the world has to offer, is enough to make any student want to quit. I can almost guarantee that at some point all of us will have a chance to be splattered by various bodily fluids of different species. Whether it be cat's sputum, or a puppy's meconium, or just a good old-fashioned cow pie. It's bound to happen. Some of you, like me, have already had the opportunity to be acquainted with the wonderful assortment of bodily fluids the animal kingdom has to offer. For those that have not, remember this. I have a saying that I often find myself repeating. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. It tends to help me remember that I love what I do. Like most of my fellow veterinary technicians, my love for animals started at a young age and progressed throughout my youth. My family has always been a big influence on me and my fascination with animals. My grandparents have been arguably the biggest influence. They have always been animal people, and I blame them for sparking my love for non-human creatures. They even used to refer to me as the chicken whisperer because of my ability to catch and hypnotize their chickens. Thank you, Grandpa and Grandma, for providing me with the necessary chickens to achieve the most advanced levels of chicken handling skills. Now, obviously, advanced level chicken skills won't get you very far in your typical small animal practice. Dogs and cats are a whole other ballgame. I have a long history with cats. I myself have had only 2 of my own, but I have a lot of cat-related experiences. As a young lad, I had a cat named Milo, and I now have a cat named Frankie Sinatra. I consider my experiences with Milo my first look into the wonderful world of anatomy. One night, I discovered Milo underneath my bed giving birth to a litter of kittens. At this point in my life, I didn't have quite the understanding of the female-feline reproductive system that I do today, and ran to my mother saying, "Mom, Mom, Milo's laying eggs." My mother obviously knew what I meant and began to help the kids, cleaning them and drying them off with a towel. Thank you, Mom, for helping me understand the simplest things in life. I speak for myself and my fellow medical colleagues when I say that there is a deep amount of pride associated with being a member of the medical community. Being a member of the medical community means that you must follow a code of ethics to provide care to healthy, injured, or diseased patients, no matter their status, to prevent and relieve the suffering of patients, and to help the community through education, good medicine, and the preservation of life. In school, I've learned a lot of lessons, but the most important lesson that I learned is that life is taken just as easily as it is given. And this makes being part of the medical community difficult at times. It takes a lot of strength and compassion to be able to communicate with people in the most important times in our lives. This strength and compassion is a source of honor and dignity for me. When I started at MSB, I was really excited. Excited to meet new people and to start learning all sorts of new things in fun, exciting classes. Honestly, I didn't realize that my classes would be as hard as they were. Medical terminology was a rude awakening for me. Memorizing the meanings of different medical terminology was not an easy task. Hours and hours of mindless writing and hundreds of note cards later, I learned the key to actually learning: studying. Just writing things down makes remembering anything much easier. Medical terminology was just the beginning. There would be a whole slew of different difficult classes to follow: hematology, radiology, pharmacology, and many more scary ology classes. As my classmates and I progressed throughout the course, the classes got harder and harder, while at the same time becoming easier. The classes themselves were harder. We were assigned more homework and had to study more, but also became easier because with each class, my classmates, instructors, and I became closer. Formed a close bond, a friendship, you could say. This made studying much easier. All of my veterinary instructors, Nicole, Dr. Hutchins, Dr. Robinson, Christine, Nikki, Jackie, Jenny, all of my veterinary classmates, thank you all so much. I cannot express how grateful I am to have been surrounded by such wonderful people in the past few years. There are 4 people that I would like to acknowledge before I'm finished with my speech. My mother, my father, my grandmother, and the most important woman in my life, my beautiful girlfriend, Michelle. Mom, you've always helped me through everything, no matter what I do. You were always there for me, helping me through every step in my life, pushing me and giving me the confidence to do everything and strive for excellence. Thank you so much. I love you. Dad, as a young boy, I found it difficult to relate to you at times. We didn't always see eye to eye on everything. I now know that you were just looking out for me, trying to turn me into a responsible, respectable adult. There is a quote by Mark Twain that made me think of you and our relationship. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant, I could barely stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished how much he had learned in 7 years. Dad, thank you, and I love you. Grandma, you've taught me so much about life and just loving in general. You've been there for me ever since I was a wee little lad. You taught me to appreciate all living creatures and treat others with respect. Without you, I would not be the man that I am today. Thank you, Grandma. I love you. Michelle, words cannot express how in love I am with you. I thought it would be fitting for me to say this during this speech in front of all these people. A public proclamation of my love for you. I love you, Michelle Anderson. You make me happier than I have ever been. You have the amazing ability to make me happy even on the crappiest of days, and for that I thank you. Anyone that I left out, thank you all very much for being my friend throughout my journey. I appreciate everything. Thank you. That is all.